Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you dimmed your lights and grabbed a snack because you are in for a treat. Before we go any further, be sure you hit like and subscribe to support our channel and never miss a story. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Meet Jack Sullivan, a seemingly ordinary night custodian, whose silent steps echo through the corridors of corporations long after the sun has set. But beneath the cover of his unassuming uniform, Jack harbors a sinister secret. Each night, armed with his mop and cunning that cuts sharper than the keys he quietly pilfers, he steals more than just glances. Data, the lifeblood of the modern behemoth, flows freely at his illicit touch. Tonight, however, as the clock's hands align like stars in a grim constellation, Jack will discover that some thresholds are better left uncrossed. Join us as we delve into the chilling account of Jack Sullivan, one that begins with stolen secrets and ends with a price paid in a way he never could have imagined. Listen closely and beware, for this tale is not just a ghost story. It is a warning woven through the whispers of the damned. In the dead of night, the streets lay shrouded in a chilling silence, broken only by the occasional howl of a distant siren. In this quiet darkness, Jack moved like a shadow, his figure barely discernible under the dim streetlights. He was no ordinary custodian. Jack had a secret that made his night shifts lucrative. He stole confidential data from the corporate giants whose floors he swept and whose trash he collected. A master of disguise, Jack traveled from town to town, each time adopting a new identity, leaving no trace behind except the chaos of data breaches. Tonight, as the clock struck midnight, Jack prepared for another routine job, or so he thought. He donned his uniform, an impeccable blend of gray that matched his somber eyes, and approached the towering edifice of his new employer, Mammon Corp. The building loomed ominously against the starless sky, its windows like the eyes of a beast, watching every move. As he stepped inside, an unsettling cold embraced him. The air was thick with a sinister silence that crept up his spine. Jack shook off the feeling. He had a job to do. He began his rounds, pushing his cart along the deserted corridors. The soft hum of his vacuum was a lonely sound in the expansive halls of Mammon Corp. Hours ticked by and Jack finally reached the executive office on the top floor. This was where the real prize lay. With practiced ease, he picked the lock to the CEO's office and slipped inside. The room was shrouded in darkness, save for the glow of a single computer screen that seemed to await his arrival. As Jack approached, the air grew denser, the shadows deeper. Sitting down, Jack began to transfer files onto his USB drive. Names, numbers, and transactions moved swiftly across the screen. But as the last file copied, the screen flickered and an image appeared. A grotesque, horned creature with eyes burning like coals. Jack recoiled in horror, but found himself unable to look away. The computer began to type on its own, words forming on the screen.
We've been waiting for you, Jack.
Frozen in fear, Jack tried to run, but his legs wouldn't move. The room grew hotter, and the walls seemed to pulse with a life of their own. Whispers filled the air, unintelligible at first, then clear as day.
Welcome to Mammon Corp, where the greedy come to pay.
The floor beneath him started to crack, revealing glimpses of a fiery abyss. Jack's heart raced as he realized the terrible truth. Mammon Corp was not of this world, but a facade for something far more demonic. He had stolen from beings that traded not in data but in souls. As the ground opened wider, hands, charred and skeletal, reached out, pulling at his feet. Jack screamed, his voice lost in the cavernous depths of the office. His body descended into the abyss, the heat of the flames engulfing him as his soul was ripped from his mortal shell. Above, the office remained untouched and pristine as if Jack had never been there. The computer screen now displayed a simple message.
One soul collected, balance restored.
Outside, the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, but inside Mammon Corp, darkness reigned supreme, waiting for the next greedy soul to breach its doors. In the quiet aftermath of Jack's tale, let us carry these lessons close, understanding that every shadow cast by our actions might just stretch into realms best left undisturbed. As we navigate our nights, may we walk wisely, ever mindful that some darknesses are steeped in ancient vigils, watching, waiting, for the next soul brave or foolish enough to stray too far.